Hello friends, this is Ramesh Panikar here on behalf of KNA. Today we are discussing uh, this repeaters part exam 9. Right, this paper is comparatively easy. See, look at question number 46. The hybrid state and oxidation state of two oxygen atoms in H2O2. H2O2 is basically open book structure, alright, like this. And here we have two lone pair of electrons over oxygen. So both the oxygen are surrounded by 1, 2, 3, 4 electron pairs. So both are sp3 hybridized. And the oxidation state in peroxides is -1. Alright. 47. So correct answer is fourth option. 47. Which metal can produce dihydrogen from dilute H2SO4? So if you look at the electrochemical series, alright, this only Fe is above hydrogen, that is with minus 0.44 volt. Hydrogen it is 0, and rest all the members, copper is 0.34, rest all are below hydrogen in the series. So they cannot reduce hydrogen, or they cannot evolve hydrogen from dilute H2SO4. So correct answer is Fe, which is above hydrogen. So Fe plus twice of H positive from H2SO4, we get Fe2 positive plus H2. This reaction is possible. Look at question number 48. Permutate for zeolite. This is Na2Z. Here Z stands for Al2Si2O8 X of H2O. Calcium or magnesium 2 positive ions present in hard water is replaced by the sodium, and this is consumed zeolite, alright, or used zeolite or permutate. So when this used permutate is treated with sodium chloride, we get back permutate. So correct answer is first option. Question number 49. Hydrogen cannot be obtained. Correct answer is by action of B2H6 and NaH. They combine to produce NaBH4. Alright, we don't get hydrogen. Look at question number 50. Question number 50. Which gas, when a gas is allowed to expand from a higher pressure to a extremely low pressure, there occurs a change in temperature. This phenomena is called Joule-Thomson effect. So this you must remember. Which of the following is not a state function? See, work and heat, these two are path functions. Enthalpy, free energy, etc., they are all state functions, means which depend on initial and final states. Question number 5.2. If delta H is the change in enthalpy and delta U is the change in internal energy, then see the relation is delta H is equals delta E plus delta nRT. So if delta N of a reaction is 0, if delta N of a reaction is 0, then only delta H is equal to delta E or delta U, you can say. So delta H is less than delta E if the number of moles of product is less than number of moles of reactant. If delta N is number of moles of product is less, delta N is negative, in that case delta H is less than delta E. Alright, and if delta N is positive, delta H is greater than delta E. And if both delta N is 0, both are equal. Correct answer is third option. In a closed insulated, see it is clearly mentioned, it is insulated container. Stayed with the pedal to increase the temperature. So it is adiabatic process, so Q should be 0. So in other options we don't have the 0 option. and whatever work we done on the system is used to increase the internal energy. So delta E is equal to W, alright, and W is not equal to 0. Some work is done. Question number 5.4. So correct answer is first option. Question number 5.4. The standard heat of formation of at 298 Kelvin for CCl4, H2O, CO2 and HCl are given. A very simple question, and reaction is also mentioned, that is CCl4 plus 2H2O, that gives CO2 plus 4 of HCl, and for CCl4 it is 25.5 minus 25.5. For H2O it is 57.8. Let us suppose it is 58 minus 58 into 2. So this is enthalpy of reactant. Alright, this is 116 plus 25.5. Alright, or take it 25. 141. This is enthalpy of reactant. Alright, and this is enthalpy of product CO2. It is 94, and this is 22 into 4 is approximate 22. So minus 22 into 4, that is minus 88. So this is 182. Alright, minus 182. So just solve this portion. Enthalpy of process is enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactant. Alright, so this is minus 182 minus plus 141. So correct answer is around 41. Alright, second option. Now look at question number 55. 4.6 kilojoules of heat is liberated on burning 0.5 grams of sulfur. So the enthalpy of formation of SO2. So S plus oxygen, SO2. Alright, though this is not exactly heat of combustion, but mostly in books what I've seen, they take SO2, because combustion according to definition, when sulfur is completely oxidized, here sulfur is not completely oxidized, but I have seen mostly they consider this reaction, so it's okay. 4.6 kilojoules of heat is liberated, it says, when 0.5 grams of sulfur is burned. So when 0.5 grams sulfur is burned, the amount of heat released is 4.6 kilojoules. Therefore, when 32 gram of sulfur is burnt, 32 grams of sulfur is burnt, we get 32 into 4.6 divided by 0.5. This is gone, so just solve this much portion, and you get 294 approximate. Alright, so since this is the amount of heat released and we are asked about enthalpy term, enthalpy, so this the value, it becomes negative. Correct answer is second option. Look at question number 5.6. The property of hydrogen which distinguishes it from alkali metals. Hydrogen is non-metallic, so correct answer is fourth option. 57. At infinite dilution, the percentage ionization of strong, whether it's strong or weak, both are 100% dissociated. Correct answer is fourth option. 58. NaHSO4, this equilibrium reaction is given, and it says which will affect equilibrium. So correct answer is third option. By removing third and fourth, means adding H2O gas, it will affect. These two will not affect because both are in solid state, so they are not included in equilibrium expression. And fourth option, when increasing the volume of the reaction vessel. So correct answer is third option. Question number 5.9. The IUPAC name, and this is numbered like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have functional group CHO and CO. CHO is senior, so it should be given lowest number, and since we have carbon atom in the functional group, numbering should begin from this carbon atom. So this is basically hex, 4-ene, 2-one and 2-methyl. So the correct answer is fourth option, 3-oxo. 3-oxo 2-methyl. 3-oxo 2-methyl hex 4-ene al. All right.